Good afternoon, family. This is Dr. Kia Pruitt. It is Wednesday, September the 7th, 2022, and the time is 1:05 p.m. Welcome to my classroom. So I hope you all enjoyed the letter that I did yesterday, or that I read from the Pope, or Pope Francis, on, I think he wrote it July the 4th, 2014, to then President Barack Obama. And at that time, he was just basically letting us know that the United States had been usurped by some nefarious beings and turned into a corporation in 1871, and that this corporation had to be dismantled. He went on further in the letter to talk about how the three-letter organizations would be dismantled, how the police department and all these three-letter organizations attached to the United States corporation must cease and desist. He talked about how African Americans have been considered chattel and used as chattel to pay off the debt after the Civil War. He talked about how then slavery expanded to extend to all citizens. And he just went into detail about how the Pope, being in control of the United States corporation and the United States corporation, the Federal Reserve, the three-letter organizations, the CIA, FBI, and IRS, were all in trouble basically, and that the Grand Army of the Republic would take over the United States country and usurp the powers that the nefarious beings, being the incorporation, had taken, and dismantle them. And he said that they would be led by a general, and then that the republic would be restored, and the republic would be headed by General Helm. So that is just a brief summary about what I read or discussed yesterday, and you can check that video out. I am between classes, so I'm kind of in a hurry, but what I wanted to talk to you about today is silver. I love talking about silver. I call myself the silver goddess because it's an amazing element. Silver has the initials AG. It is group 11 on the periodic table, and it's situated between copper and gold, wonderful precious metals. Silver can be used to digest, actually, as a colloidal or as a monoatomic, just as gold can be. It heals the body, and I think that is something that we need to take into consideration, because when you have viruses that go around, silver kills viruses upon contact, which is why I took colloidal silver during the shutdown. Silver also is important because we have silver receptors in our brain. Isn't that amazing, family? So in my assessment, this is one of the reasons why people in power took away our silver and our gold from us, because it was not only used as money, but it heals the body. Silver has historically been known to be correlated to the moon, which is correlated to the woman. And gold is historically or mythologically said to be in correlation to men or to the sun. Now, this is why gold historically used to be considered more precious than silver, because we were on the patriarchy. This is just what some mystics say. But now we see the resurrection of the divine feminine energies flooding the planet. And so we'll see more and hear more about silver, because again, it correlates to the moon and to the divine feminine. Now, that's just an aside, but keep in mind that we are moving to the gold and silver standard. I've been saying this, I know, for some time now, but we do have some evidence that this is happening. Remember, we said that most of or if not all of the exporting countries have given up or rejected the United States dollar and decided to trade with gold and silver. So you have your BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, first saying that they're getting away from the United States dollar. That happened some time ago. But after that, you had Saudi Arabia making the announcement that they were rejecting the United States dollar. And that is important, Because what made the United States dollar the reserve currency, yes, was that they took us off the gold and silver standard, but also that we had an agreement with Saudi Arabia that if they give us the oil, we would trade with the United States dollar. We would also demand that all other nations trade with the United States dollar, and we would protect Saudi Arabia. So when Saudi Arabia made this big announcement that they are rejecting the United States dollar, that was key. Keep in mind that that made the United States dollar not become the reserve currency or lose its status as the reserve currency. So this is why I desire to talk to you today about silver. Hold on 1 minute. And this is what it looks like. This is a 5-ounce bar. I got that from AppMax. It is very heavy, and it's different from, of course, fiat dollars. So I think silver will be used along with money. Along with gold. At first I started to say maybe it will be used instead of gold, but that's not true, because as you all know, there are already 12 states that have introduced legislation or passed legislation making silver and gold legal tender. Let me tell you what those states are so that you can look them up for yourself. What did I do with that paper? I think it's right here. So here are the states: West Virginia, Wyoming, Utah, Arizona, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Indiana, Missouri, Louisiana, Tennessee, South Carolina, and most recently, Idaho. So these states have already determined that silver and gold may be used as money. So why am I talking to you today about silver and gold? Because when the United States dollar loses its value, or as it decreases in value, then precious metals increase in value. So although it looks like precious metals aren't worth much, you have to keep in mind that you had people in power who were suppressing the markets, suppressing precious metal markets and suppressing what looked like the value. And they were doing this through something called spoofing. And because they were doing this, some inside traders and former United States congressmen and bankers have been arrested. So this is how we know that things are moving quickly. Now, if you look at the United States debt clock and download that on your computer or your cell phone, look at the dollar to silver ratio and the dollar to gold ratio. You will see that the true value of silver is actually, and it fluctuates between $1,500 and $4,000 an ounce. Now, when I first did a video a year ago about this, it was like a year and a half ago, silver was deemed to be $4,300 an ounce in terms of the true value of it on the U.S. debt clock. But that has come down since then because, they manipulate things even to this day. And then the gold, although gold is only going at $1,700 an ounce now, the true value of gold will be, according to economists, between $10,000 and $100,000 an ounce. Right now, the United States debt clock will say it's around $14,000 an ounce, the true value. But family, again, what you see online when you look up the value of silver and gold is that's not real. It's fake because they're suppressing the value online, honestly, because they don't want you and me to know the true value of precious metals. Now, while you can get in on the markets, so now when you go to look at precious metals, you want to determine that it's 0.999 pure gold or pure silver. That means it's pure. It's the most I don't want to say expensive, but it is the most valuable form of silver and gold. You can buy it in ounces or rounds that look like coins. You can buy it in bars. You can buy it in half an ounce, quarter of an ounce, grams, 100 bars, 100 ounce bars, kilograms. You can even buy sterling silver if this silver is not in your budget. So sterling silver is 92% real silver. And if that is not in your budget, you also might consider, what is it called? Constitutional silver, or what some people call junk silver. That silver is pre-1965 silver. So silver that was minted before 1965, and it's 90% real silver. If you decide that you desire to also go into the gold market, then look again at 0.999 pure gold, rounds or coins, also bars or kilograms. And if gold is not in your budget, since it is $1,700 to $1,800 per ounce, then consider gold Aurum notes, AURUM. That is a note. It looks just like it's kind of shaped, it is shaped like a dollar, but it's 24 karat ounce gold pressed onto a bill. And yes, you may use it as legal, valuable tender when you trade with it. So I'm coming before you quickly just to talk to you briefly about what silver and gold is doing, why we need it. Historically, silver and gold has been used as money. However, gold has also been used as jewelry, as you know. Now, that's nice and wonderful because we love gold. You can even see that I have gold on today. However, silver is more rare than gold. Silver is actually a byproduct of gold, copper, and some of your other precious metals. So it's more rare than gold, but it will be in higher demand, which means the value will shoot through the roof. Why is it in higher demand, or why will it be in higher demand? Because silver is not only used for money, it was biblical money. Remember it being used as biblical money? Jesus was betrayed for like 30 pieces of silver, I believe. But silver also have industrial purposes. It can be used in solar panels. Your car, your catalytic converter is actually made of palladium, platinum, and silver. Appliances like your refrigerator, stove, television, washer and dryer, microwave oven, cell phones, you name it, it probably has silver in it. So I'm encouraging you today, if you have those things, hold on to them. And that's why you saw these companies saying, oh, give us your washer and dryers, your cars, your silver, your jewelry. We'll take it and we'll give you worthless fiat dollars. Of course, they didn't call it worthless, but they have an understanding of what's really going on behind the scenes. Now, my class is about to come in, but I wanted to talk to you about that and let you know that President Donald Trump knew this was going to happen. As you all know, he's still in control. When he was at the forefront, he nominated Dr. Judy Shelton to be over the Federal Reserve because he knew that she was a strong proponent of silver. She does have a doctorate degree. She is an economist. She does know and understand the importance and value of silver. He also took the duties of the Federal Reserve and put them underneath the United States Treasury Department, because anything dealing with money is supposed to come from the United States Treasury Department according to the Constitution for the United States of America. Now, you all know that the Republic is being restored. The Grand Army of the Republic, or the military, is in charge. They're dismantling all these three-letter organizations along with the Federal Reserve. And I did want to tell you about HR, or House Resolution 25. That is very important for you to know. That's called the FAIR Act. The FAIR Act of 2021, even though it was pushed forward at first underneath number 45, but a Republican also pushed it forward recently. So HR 25 promotes freedom, fairness, and economic opportunity. It repeals the income tax and other taxes and abolishes the IRS. So if anybody tell you that this is not true, the deep state is not being taken down, the IRS isn't going anywhere, the Pope was lying, we're all lying, please encourage them to listen to motu proprio, which was the letter that I read on yesterday, and let them know about House Resolution 25 and even House Resolution 24, which actually monitored the duties and all the activities of the Federal Reserve. Family, finally, billionaires are getting into the market buying precious metals. Miles Franklin CEO Andy Schectman let us know that a billionaire contacted him about a month or two ago and bought 25, was it 25? No, it's $50 million, I believe, worth of precious metals, half in silver, half in gold. Now, you know, if millionaires and billionaires are getting into the market, that means that the demand is about to shoot through the roof. You also know if people are building with solar panels and if electric cars are coming online and all these things, technology, silver is going to be in high demand. Now, I talked to an economist last year that said at the end of every empire, we know the United States corporation is being crashed right now. What happened during the Roman Empire. Every empire, they rack up the debt, they spend as much money as they can, use as much credit as they can, demolish that system and go back to a sound monetary system. In our case, that will be gold. Additionally, what happens is the ratio between gold and silver significantly increases to 3-to-1. So what we see now is, I think the ratio is almost, it might be even more than 80. Did I hear it was like 88%? 88 ounces of silver now you can trade for 1 ounce of gold. If that's how much silver it would take, 88 or so ounces to purchase 1 ounce of gold. When this system is over and it crashes and we move to the silver and gold standard, my darlings, the ratio will drop 3-to-1. So some people are actually taking their gold right now and trading it in for silver, and they're like, I'll get the gold later when the ratio comes down. But family, my name is Dr. Kia Pruitt. I hope I've shared some information to raise your vibrations, to make you excited about what is to come, and to encourage you to get into the silver and gold market. Now, of course, you know, I am selling silver and gold. I actually I have a relationship with a company called Quicksilver, and what happens is you can determine how much silver or gold you would like to have delivered to your house every month. Now, you do pay a fee, but I believe silver is less than $30 an ounce right now, because when you buy silver, you have to buy the silver plus a premium, which is the cost above the price just for doing business with the dealers, and then you have a tax. So of course, I encourage you to go to your local precious metals dealer and buy silver and gold, because the premiums are usually lower and you can take your silver or gold right then and there and take it home. However, if you're more inclined to purchase from Quicksilver, I will put my link in the description box to let you know where you can buy silver and gold and have it delivered to your home monthly if you desire. It's called an automatic wealth program. Or you can become a wealth ambassador like me and sell it and make money selling it. So that's about it. I believe my students are coming soon. I love you. Stay encouraged, family. And thank you so much for all the well wishes, all the condolences, love, and support that you gave me as my sister cousin, my big cousin, who I call sister, passed on the other day. Take care, family, and make this a very joyous day. Mwah. I love you.